Welcome, dreamer, to Evernight Stories, where night whispers become stories, and stories become dreams. Take a deep breath, and let's wander together into the quiet. Tonight, we step into a quiet winter forest, touched by gentle magic. A place where soft mist curls between tall pines, where warm golden lights drift like small wandering stars, and where every breath you take settles deeper into calm. Take a slow breath in and let it fall out gently. Feel the weight of the day loosen. Feel the night open around you. You stand at the beginning of a snow-covered path. The ground beneath you glows faintly under the early winter moon. Cold air brushes your cheeks with a soft, steady touch. The scent of pine resin and crisp frost mingles quietly in the air. Ahead of you, tall pines rise into the violet sky. Their branches bow slightly beneath thin layers of snow. A pale mist drifts low along the forest floor, tinted in blue and lavender. It moves slowly, as if breathing with the trees. Then you see it, a warm golden light hovering between two trunks. It flickers gently, suspended in the mist without a visible source. Another light appears farther down the path, then another, each glow soft, steady, and welcoming. These are the Candlelit pines, a hidden garden where winter quiet meets warm, drifting lanterns. A place where night becomes gentle, where light moves like lullabies floating through the air. Tonight, you will walk among these glowing trees. You will follow the warm lights through snow and mist, and let the quiet forest guide you toward rest. When you're ready, step forward into the garden of candlelit pines. You take your first step into the snow-covered path. The sound beneath your feet is soft, a gentle crunch that fades almost as soon as it appears. The cold air greets you with a light touch, crisp and clean, brushing softly across your cheeks. Tall pine trees rise around you, dark trunks stretching upward into the quiet winter sky. A thin layer of snow rests delicately on their branches. Nothing stirs except a faint breath of wind weaving slowly between the needles. A soft violet mist drifts along the ground. It curls around your ankles, moving as though it understands your pace. The mist glows faintly where moonlight filters through the pines, tinting the world in hues of blue and silver. Then you see it, the first floating light. It hangs just above a cluster of pine needles, its glow warm and golden. The light sways gently, like a candle flame protected by an unseen hand. You step closer. The glow spreads across the snow, forming a small pool of comforting warmth. Its edges fade softly into the mist. Another light appears ahead, then another. Slowly, the forest begins to bloom with tiny floating lanterns of warm amber light. Some hover close to the branches. Some drift quietly in the open air. Others hang near the path, guiding your steps deeper into the forest. You breathe in. The air carries the rich scent of pine resin and cold earth resting under the snow. You breathe out. The mist around your breath rises in slow curls, drifting toward the nearest light. The forest feels alive, but not in a way that startles. It breathes with you. It listens with you. It settles into calm with each step you take. The floating lights brighten just slightly, as though welcoming your presence. Every glow forms a golden circle on the snow. Together, they create a quiet trail that beckons you forward. Pine needles whisper above as a breeze passes through them. Snow slips from a high branch, falling in a slow scatter of shimmering flakes. They drift through a nearby globe of light, sparkling briefly before dissolving into the ground. You continue down the widening path. The snow feels softer underfoot now, powdery and light. Your footsteps sink gently, leaving soft impressions behind you. The floating lights grow more numerous the deeper you walk. They gather in small clusters between the trees. They hover above fallen branches and along the edges of the path. They glow with gentle pulses, as if breathing in harmony with the forest. You pause for a moment. The world around you is silent, but full of warmth, full of light, full of quiet life. There is no rush here, no wait, only calm. You take another step. A loose arc of lights forms ahead, curving gently between two tall pines. It feels like an entrance, an invitation to step deeper into the heart of this candlelit garden. The mist thickens slightly as you approach. It coils softly between the trunks, catching and scattering the warm glow. The forest seems to shift, opening itself to you. And then, as you walk beneath the arch of floating lights, the path ahead brightens with a gentle golden shimmer. The garden of candlelit pines welcomes you. You step beneath the soft arc of floating lights, and the path welcomes you with a deeper stillness. The snow here is smoother, untouched except for a few delicate animal tracks that disappear into the trees. Each step you take presses gently into the surface, forming clear impressions that glow faintly in the warm light. The floating lanterns hang lower now. Some drift just above the height of your shoulders. Others rest near the branches, swaying gently as the breeze passes. Their glow is softer than any flame you know. It pulses slowly, like a quiet heartbeat. It warms the air around you without melting the snow. You look up toward the tallest pines. Their dark silhouettes stretch upward into a canopy of silver blue sky. Snow rests on their branches in thin, delicate patterns. A single breeze moves through the forest. It rustles the branches overhead. The lights respond, swaying in a rhythm so gentle it feels like breath. The path curves slightly to the right. The floating lights follow the curve as though arranged long ago for travelers like you. Some lights appear tied with mere invisible threads of twine. Others seem to hang freely in the mist, moving with no visible support. You walk a little slower. The beauty of the forest invites a quieter pace. The glow from the lights reflects off the snow, creating a soft golden sheen beneath your feet. A pine cone drops somewhere behind you. Its sound is muffled by snow, blending naturally into the forest hush. Even small noises feel gentle here, softened by the calm of the candlelit pines. You breathe in. The air carries a subtle hint of warm resin, as though the pine trees themselves are exhaling comfort into the cold. You breathe out. Your breath drifts upward, mingling with the mist before fading into the glow. Farther ahead, the lights grow closer together. They form small clusters that resemble constellations brought down to earth. Each cluster flickers with its own rhythm, creating patterns that shift with every breath of wind. You pause to watch a cluster of 3 lights. The first sways left. The second follows a moment later. The third flickers as if laughing softly with the movement. Nothing in this place rushes. Nothing pulls you forward or backward. You move only because the forest gently invites you to. The snow path widens again. It reveals a stretch of forest where the pines stand further apart. More light gathers here, floating at different heights, like fireflies drifting through a winter dream. A thin layer of mist swirls along the ground. It coils around your ankles, brushing softly against your legs. It carries a faint coolness that soothes rather than chills. You walk through the mist. The lights illuminate it from within, turning it into soft ribbons of gold and silver. The effect is magical, but quiet, like a fairy tale whispered only to those who walk slowly enough to hear. A distant sound reaches your ears. It is faint, a low hum of wind moving through a deeper part of the forest. It blends with the pulsing glow of the lights, creating a natural lullaby. The path narrows once more. Two tall pines stand like guardians on either side. Between them, a concentrated cluster of lights forms a glowing threshold. You step through it, and as you do, the forest seems to open in a gentle exhale. More lights appear in the distance, scattered across a wider clearing. The snow catches their glow in shimmering patterns. The trees stand calmly, their branches heavy with soft frost. The air feels warmer here, touched by the combined glow of so many lights. Ahead lies a quiet, open space, the heart of the Garden of Candlelit Pines. It waits for you patiently, warm, silent, and full of gentle light. You step into the clearing, and the forest opens around you like a quiet, welcoming room. The trees form a soft circle, their tall trunks reaching upward in graceful pillars. Snow covers the ground in a smooth, unbroken sheet, glowing faintly beneath the lantern lights. And there are so many lights here. They hang from low branches. They drift gently through the mist. They gather in slow-moving clusters that pulse with warmth. Some lights hover just above the snow, as if resting on invisible threads. Others sway lightly high overhead, turning the upper branches into a soft, golden canopy. Every glow blends into the next, filling the clearing with a warm, steady radiance. You pause, letting the scene settle into your senses. The air feels warmer here. Still cold, still winter, but softened by the presence of so much light. A breeze drifts through the clearing. It moves with the gentlest touch, brushing your coat, stirring the mist, and setting the floating lights into a synchronized sway. The lights respond like living things, swaying together, breathing together. You breathe in. The air brings with it a mix of pine resin, clean frost, and something faintly sweet, perhaps the warmth of the candlelight itself. You breathe out. Your breath merges with the mist, drifting slowly toward a cluster of lights that shimmer as it reaches them. A patch of snow falls from a nearby branch. It drifts downward like silver powder. As it passes through a lantern's glow, each flake becomes a tiny spark, before settling softly onto the clearing floor. The moment feels like a fairy tale, whispered into the calm of winter. Not dramatic, not grand, just quietly magical. You walk deeper into the clearing. Your footsteps leave a trail of soft impressions behind you. The snow seems to welcome each step, settling gently beneath your weight. At the center of the clearing stands a single pine tree taller than the rest. Its branches hold more floating lights than any other tree. They gather around it like warm stars drawn toward a gentle center of gravity. You approach the tree. The lights surrounding it glow with a deeper warmth, as if aware of your presence. Their flicker steadies. Their movement slows. Their color deepens into a soft golden amber. You rest your hand lightly against the tree's bark. It is cool beneath your palm, textured and ancient. The warmth of the lights seems to travel through the air and settle around you like an invisible cloak. You close your eyes for a moment. The forest breathes around you in soft, rhythmic intervals. The lights pulse with quiet life. The snow muffles every sound except the soft sigh of winter wind slipping through the branches. When you open your eyes again, the clearing appears even softer. The lights drift in slow arcs, tracing peaceful patterns through the mist. The snow shifts subtly under the golden glow, shimmering with faint reflections. You sit down gently on a low mound of snow. The surface compresses softly beneath you, forming a natural seat. Warm light gathers around your shoulders, settling like a shawl woven from glow and stillness. You breathe again, slowly, deeply, comfortably. A deeper sense of belonging spreads through you, as though the forest has accepted you fully into its quiet heart, as though the lights have always been waiting for someone to share their calm. The clearing hums with peaceful energy, not sound, but presence, light, warmth, stillness. You let your gaze drift upward. Snowflakes fall slowly through the glow, sparkling before they land. Higher up, the tops of the pines sway gently, like dark, graceful silhouettes guarding the night. The garden of candlelit pines holds you in its gentle embrace, warm, safe, and utterly quiet. As you rest among the drifting lights and softly falling snow, the world around you softens more and more. Your breath grows slower. Your thoughts loosen. Your body settles into the forest's rhythm. The candlelit garden glows softly around you, gathering you into its quiet warmth, holding you as the night grows deeper. You remain seated in the quiet clearing, held gently by the circle of warm, drifting lights. The forest around you has grown even softer now. The air moves in slow waves. The mist settles into calm layers. The floating lanterns glow with steady, comforting warmth. Snow continues to fall in delicate flakes. Each one drifts through the golden light before touching the ground. Each flake softens the world a little more. You breathe in. The scent of pine and winter settles warmly in your chest. You breathe out. The last traces of tension melt into the quiet air. The tall pines watch over you like ancient guardians. Their branches sway gently in the slow winter breeze. Light flickers between them in small, soothing motions. The night feels alive, but calm. A living lullaby wrapped in frost and glow. A cluster of lights drifts closer to you. Their glow deepens, warm and steady. They do not ask anything of you. They simply offer rest, stillness, peace. Your breath falls into a perfect rhythm with the quiet forest. Slow, even, soft. Nothing around you rushes. Nothing pulls you away from this moment. The candlelit garden holds you exactly where you need to be. You are safe here. Safe in the soft glow. Safe in the drifting mist. Safe among the ancient pines and their floating lights. Let your eyes grow heavy now. Let the glow blur into warm shapes. Let the night wrap gently around your thoughts.